Hello everyone, and today I have one more Harry Nelson Pillsbury to show you. So in this chess game, his opponent was Arturo Reggio, who was the unofficial Italian chess champion. He became the Italian chess champion for 5 times in the early 1900s, and this chess game was played in 1902 from the Monte Carlo chess tournament. So let's see what happened in this chess game. The legend, the chess genius Pillsbury starts the game with e4, e6, and we have the French defense, knight to c3, knight to f6, bishop to g5, bishop to b4, e5. So the only way to extricate yourself in the situation for black, the knight is pinned, is h6 and then pushing the pawn, g5, defending the bishop and saving the knight. So the knight is under attack. Pillsbury is supporting, c5, a3, defending the bishop, and b4, takes, and knight to b5, and capturing with check. Well, if a takes on b4, this would be a big mistake because of bishop takes on b4, the knight is pinned. So if you say I will defend with the queen, then queen to c7 and king to d2, and you can see that this is not looking good for white. So first, knight to b5, this is why, and Pillsbury is looking at d6 check, that's also possible. So black captured with check and then defending on d6, but then h4 by Pillsbury. So you can see that black's king side is looking shaky, and also the a pawn is hanging, so white is going to get some compensation, a6, but simply ignoring that, Pillsbury simply knocks the pawn off. The pawn is pinned. If capturing the knight, then rook takes rook. So bishop to d7, attacking the knight. And now white has a very strong move in this position. Can you see that? Knight takes bishop. It is that simple. Because after this move, this is deflecting the queen, defending on h4. Pillsbury can simply capture the pawn. This is what he did. The h pawn is pinned. Maybe, so you can see that the queen was defending the pawn, and Pillsbury is going to create a very dangerous pass pawn. G takes on h6. This is very dangerous because this pawn is passed. So knight to a5, queen to c1, preparing bishop to h4 to bishop to f6, defending the h pawn. So bishop to b5, bishop to h4 as planned, exchanging and attacking the queen, so defending. And now this is positionally looking very difficult for the Italian chess champion. How to defend the knight without getting checkmated? It looks like the queen is getting overloaded. How to defend? The Italian champion is almost lost in here in this position, but Reggio tries to fight back, check, and then fighting for his dear life, king to d7. The king is running, but then check, and this is very forced. In this position, if queen to c7, then simply rook takes knight, and black is lost. So this is why hoping to flee, but check, and then lifting the rook up, also defending the c pawn, rook to h7. It looks like black is desperately trying to defend his f pawn. So his position can collapse very easily if capturing the pawn, but then check. So this is very forced. Actually, this is an interesting moment of this chess game. Pillsbury checks the king, but instead of checking the king, rook takes knight was better. Pillsbury was not blindfolded in this chess game, and he missed the best move by far. And what else? But if capturing the rook, then check, only move, check. And if king to e8, black is getting checkmated. And if king to c8, black is still getting checkmated. So this is why actually Pillsbury could have captured the knight, but this is also not bad. This is also losing by force. So check, very forced, and then rook to a4, and black is lost. So queen to c6, what else? If queen to b5, then pinning and winning. So rook to a4, queen to c6, and what would you do? It is white to play and win. So if capturing the queen, then king takes is possible. This is why Pillsbury first throws the check in, rook to b4, this is forking the king and the knight, and then capturing the queen, and he knocks the knight off. Rook takes on b3, and white is a piece and a pawn up. Black can resign. Reggio tried so hard against Pillsbury, but he's just simply lost in this position. And white also has a very dangerous pass pawn. White can easily support this pawn. So this is why Reggio decided to capture the pawn, because he is a piece and a pawn down. But after this move, black is losing immediately. White to play and win on the spot. Can you guess the next move of Pillsbury? It was the top engine move. Let me give you 3 seconds. There's only one move. Not only one move, of course, there are more than one move that wins the game. But almost anything wins the game in this position. But there is a move that wins instantly. So can you see the strongest move in this position? It was the top engine move by far. Engine's top choice by far. So which move is that? Look carefully. This is going to test your tactical understanding. So let me give you 3 seconds once again. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so Pillsbury played bishop to e7, and we see double threat, both attacking the rook and at the same time threatening checkmate. Reggio resigned, the Italian chess champion. So if capturing the rook, then this is checkmate, bishop to c5, the king is stuck. And if some move, let's say a5, this is going to give heir to the king. Simply rook takes rook is going to be sufficient for white, and white is winning. Maybe black can double the rooks. Well, white is a piece up, then check. And then rook takes, and white is a piece up. Check. And if king to a7, then I think rook takes with check with the bishop and capturing the rook. So going behind the pawn, and this is all over. So what do you think about this chess game? I think this chess game was lost after Pillsbury created this very dangerous pass pawn. It was decisive almost at move 18. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time with more beautiful, interactive chess games from the chess history. Take care and bye bye.